From the fleets of the Republic Navy to the forces of the Republic Army, the ranks of the Imperial Military were bolstered by numerous officers that had fought for the Republic in the Clone War, and who now served Palpatine's New Order. The fact that so many Republic officers served the Empire once the Republic fell shouldn't be surprising. While the new Imperial structure had long been desired by officers like Tarkin, who envisioned a galaxy where order was maintained through power and the guidance of a single enlightened decision-maker, the speed in which Palpatine imperialized the galaxy and framed the Empire's mission as one that would protect peace and freedom helped to ensure that many Republic naval and army officers were brought into the ranks of the Empire. As Palpatine made clear in the earliest days following his declaration of the New Order, the essential task of the Empire was to protect against corruption, threats that challenged their way of life, and the growth of another separatist movement. For officers like Admiral Screed, Admiral Yularen, General Ramadi, and the countless others who had long fought against slavers and pirates to help eliminate threats to the Republic's authority decades before the Clone War, serving the Empire would have merely been the next step in performing their duty. And after having finished 3 brutal years of fighting in the galactic conflict, attempting to establish order and eliminate insurrection as Palpatine wanted was likely a welcome goal. In this way then, thousands of Republic officers likely didn't question the political nature of the new Empire, and simply served it to try to legitimately bring peace and order to the galaxy. But at the same time, there were hundreds, if not thousands, of Republic officers who questioned the new Imperial Order ushered in by Palpatine. While there wouldn't necessarily be something like the Delegation of 2000 to emerge among the former Republic officers as it did for its senators, it was clear that many officers weren't committed to Palpatine's vision of imperialization, having enlisted to serve the Republic and democracy. Even more, with many having served the Jedi in the war, numerous officers questioned the official Imperial story about their supposed treachery, further causing skepticism in their support for Palpatine's Empire. In these instances, it wasn't Palpatine's speed or framing of the new Empire that was important, it was his ruthlessness. To help ensure that so many Republic officers devoted themselves to the Empire, Palpatine acted with brutal efficiency, conducting a second purge not aimed at the Jedi, but at the anti-Imperial sentiments among the Republic officers who served in the Clone War. The Emperor's purge within its officer corps was performed with a single goal in mind: to remove any officer that was opposed to Palpatine's rule, and to intimidate anyone in the upper echelons of the Army and Navy who questioned their role in the Empire, forcing them to continue serving whether they liked it or not. It was a ruthless campaign undertaken by the Dark Lord of the Sith, as knowing that there were a number of officers who would never serve him like they did the Republic, he launched a preemptive assault on this group before they could rally against him. One of the earliest actions taken by Palpatine that would ensure so many Republic officers simply transferred their loyalties to the Empire happened only days after Order 66. Having summoned dozens of Imperial captains to Coruscant with no explanation why, Vader and Palpatine appeared before these officers, as the Emperor himself described the Jedi's betrayal and the need for the new Imperial Order. However, as Captain Jace Dallin, a longtime Republic loyalist and friend of the Jedi, rose to question the official story of the Empire regarding the Jedi betrayal, Vader quickly made a brutal example of him, reaching out with the Force to choke the captain, lift him into the air, and then dropping his lifeless body to the ground. Vader then made it clear to everyone present: as officers within the new Imperial Navy, loyalty wasn't merely expected but demanded, as resignations from their new positions were not allowed. As Vader warned that any officer found not performing their duty would share the fate of Captain Dallin, Palpatine made a final warning himself. Anyone who simply didn't meet evaluation standards for command would also have to deal with the wrath of Darth Vader as well. And these certainly were not idle threats from the Sith Lords. After this show of force and warning on Coruscant, Palpatine put Imperial Admiral Moline in direct command of his purge, given the task of eliminating all officers who were merely suspected of holding views that questioned the Empire. As Palpatine was informed by his advisor Sate Pestage only weeks after the events on Coruscant, Admiral Moline was brutally efficient in rounding up and eliminating all officers in the Empire who might pose the smallest of threats to the new Galactic Order. Without question, Palpatine was just as brutal in making sure the former officers of the Galactic Republic served him as he was in eliminating the Jedi. Undertaking actions from intimidation of the worst kind to outright murder, the Emperor's purge against those officers who potentially threatened his authority made sure that anyone who questioned their place in the Imperial Order ultimately chose to serve Palpatine in the end. Combined with those who already saw the Empire as the best hope for the galaxy given the alternatives, Palpatine ensured his empire had no shortage of officers to command his expanding war machine. So there we have it, how Palpatine ensured so many Republic officers served within the Empire. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel. Or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive rewards and discussions. If not for me... For Supervisor Darth Vader.